think I have asthma. Okay. Hey guys. Okay, so welcome back. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Be sure and subscribe right there, even though you haven't seen this video yet and you have no idea what I'm like and you don't know if you want to commit to this relationship. Shout out to Haley Fam for understanding that that is so annoying, but anyway, still subscribe, because like, yeah. Okay. I seriously think I have asthma. Like, I've been wheezing all day. Wheezing, that's such a weird word. Okay, we're not going to talk about that, because right now we're talking about high school, and more specifically, sophomore year. As a wise to-be junior, I know all there is to know about sophomore year, and I know that it pretty much sucks, but it's okay because I'm here to make it better. And this video could go for all of high school, you know? It doesn't just have to be sophomores, but it's still good advice. Like, it's good advice for the masses. The masses. But particularly sophomores, because they need some extra help. So I have a little list. I had it in my fanny pack. So, I like wrote down notes for what I wanted to talk about before the video, which is kind of weird, but like I had this envisioned in my head. I was like, okay, first I'm going to talk about this, and I'm going to talk about this, and I'm going to be like a preppy YouTuber, and like I sound really good in my head, but then I get on camera and I'm like, what's that? I was gonna be like, yo, what's up, Duffer Bros? If you're seeing this, I'm gonna like audition for the new season if you need me, but then I was like, they're never gonna see that. And I was gonna like be like, hey, hit me up, but like I really don't have that much skill in acting. I just like it a lot, and I think I'm pretty charismatic, so you know. No, but seriously, like Duffer Bros, if you're seeing this, hit me up, and I will just I'll even be like a background model, like look at me. Okay. But Duffer Bros, seriously. So now on to the video. Okay, so if you're going to be a sophomore, you'll be okay. It'll be fine. Okay, the first tip, make time for your homework. And this is a big one, people. So, if you're like me, you're not going to college. Well, I am going to college, but I'm going to a community college. And this means that in California, I'm getting the first year free. That's right, you guys, you folks heard it. I'm getting my first year of college completely no cost. Anyway, so I went into sophomore year knowing that I was going to a community college, and I still know that, and so I'm fine. But if you are unsure, if you are even the slightest bit unsure, you need to get good grades. Because if there is even the slightest amount of a possibility that you could go to a four-year college directly out of high school, you do not want your sophomore grades to undermine that. And I know they're like, yeah, it only really matters when you're a junior, but from what I've heard from a lot of people, they do look at your sophomore and junior year the most. So get good grades. Do your homework, because I didn't do any flipping homework when I was a sophomore. I failed Spanish, and I didn't understand why I failed. Well, no, I did. I didn't do any homework in that class. Like, I could have totally passed, because I finally started to get the material, but I didn't do the homework. So, do your homework, make time for it. And I know some people will be like, no, but my social life is too much. And that's what I was like. I was like, excuses. I have such a good social life that I'm not gonna have time to do homework. We all know that's not true, because I spent all my social time on my phone playing pizza games. Yeah, like, honey, I know the new season of Stranger Things is there, but you should have watched it during the summer before the school year. So watch it now before it's too late, and then you have to focus on homework. 2, don't get caught up in cliques. As Steve Harrington once said, I really don't know what he said, but he made a very good point in this third season, kind of spoiler alert here, but he was having a very deep conversation with some specific person, but basically he's like it's all BS, like there's no point to popularity in high school, and it's so true. Like, he cared so much about that, and then later, like, after high school, he was like, what the crap was I doing? Like, what? Like, it doesn't matter at all. So, yeah. I can't read this. So, I spent the first 2 years of high school, like, okay, so basically, when I was a freshman, the thing I wanted most socially, because I have a lot of friends, I just don't hang out with them much outside of school, which is fine. I have a lot of like acquaintances and friends that are slightly I know a lot of people. There was this one group of girls that I just really wanted to be a part of. I was like, wow, these girls are so cool. At the same time, I judged them. I was like,
wow, they're like so petty. Oh my gosh.
But seriously, like, they just gave off that vibe, like that cool vibe. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I want to be your friend. No, I was just not confident in myself to put myself out there and be friends with these people. And to be honest, they weren't very nice people. If people won't accept you as you are, you don't want to be friends with them. Like, you might want to, but you really don't want to. Don't focus so much on who you're friends with. Just be nice to everyone, and then your friends will come through. Don't get caught up in like, oh, I'm not going to be friends with them because they're not cool, or I want to be friends with this person just because they shop at Glossier. Tip number 3, talk to your counselor. I cannot stress this enough. Summer before freshman year, it was summer of my 8th grade year, and I had enrolled in honors English, and me being the lazy bum that I am was like,
hey, I don't want to do this summer homework.
And honestly, I'm glad that I dropped out because I was gonna suffer. I emailed my counselor. I was like, hey, I need to talk to you about my English class because I don't want to take it. And she was like, actually, you have the wrong counselor. And I was like, oh. So I emailed my real counselor, and I got to know her that year. Like, never even set up an appointment. Like, if you show up and you sit outside of their office for long enough, and you can even miss class and they'll write you a note, they will talk to you. So this last year, my counselor had to retire, and then I got a new counselor. She does not know how to do her job. So basically, just talk to your counselor, and like, if you need something done and they're not really doing it, press the issue. Keep going back, email them, just talk to them as much as you can, so then if it doesn't work out later and it's seriously an issue, have it on log, so if you need to take it to higher authorities, you'll be fine. Tip number like 4 or 5, I don't know. It's not too early to start talking or thinking about college. You're gonna be a sophomore. Yeah. Just start thinking in your head, like, what do you want to do after high school? Do you want to go to college? Do you want to go to a community college or a 4-year? What college do you want to go to? Like, when you become a junior, all of a sudden, all your family members and extended family want to give their input on what college they think you should go to. So just start thinking about it now, before it's too late. Okay, so before I run out of storage again, my biggest advice to all of you incoming sophomores and basically anyone, just enjoy high school, but also focus on your work. The harder you study as a freshman and sophomore, the better upperclassmen years you will have. You will get to have so many perks, you'll get to have free periods, and it'll just be a blast, hopefully. Let's go! Yeah, so just work hard, have fun, have a good life. Yeah, so if you liked this video, go ahead and subscribe, because there's a lot more where this is coming from. So yeah, Duffer Bros, hit me up. You guys have a good school year, and I know school starts in like a month for most people, but still, just, yeah, have a good life. Anyway, that's it. Like, subscribe, comment down below what you are most excited for and most stressed for sophomore year, or whatever year you're going into. Like, say what year you are. I can't talk. Bye.